if you were to ask me, you want to watch a superhero movie right now?
Do, 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 is that my, do you want to
Yeah.
watch do you want to watch a superhero movie right now?
Yeah, Nick, I do. You ask me, which one? If you only had to watch one.
Which one? If you only had to watch one, can I do that over? Can I? Is that? Never mind.
Yeah, take two. No problem.
Which one? If you only had to watch one, what would it be?
It's the first Avengers.
Oh my god! I should have known. I should have known. All right, we're talking about the Avengers.
Oh my. It's objectively, the other ones are better. It's not the best anymore. But it's so much goddamn fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, it has it all. And I remember having a reaction to this one because I still even remember the fucking day we saw it.
Yeah.
Because it was like the only time I've ever seen a line out of a movie theater. Because this was before seated seats.
Yeah. So you had to buy all of your tickets.
And like the side concessions were open, and I was like, this is the only time I ever saw that. That was crazy.
We were standing outside for a little bit. It was me, you, and Lopez. And I forget how early in the day it was, but it was still light outside. Granted, it was the summer, so it easily could have been like 6 p.m., but I wouldn't be surprised if we had to choose a showtime on like a Saturday or a Sunday during the day. Did we have to wait a week to see that? Did we see that like opening weekend?
I think we did. That's why there was so many people.
Yeah. I don't think it was the Friday though, and I don't think movie theaters were doing Thursday openings as much as they are now. Now it's just sort of the trend to do Thursday openings. You know, movie theaters have learned they learned from having their ticketing sites shut down or whatever because everyone and their mom wanted to see Infinity War or Age of Ultron. I don't think Age of Ultron was that popular, but
It just wasn't that great.
yeah. So Avengers,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember that being a big deal when it came out. I think it was less of a big deal because it was not that it was less of a big deal, but I didn't know where my expectations were because it was such an unprecedented. It was an unprecedented thing. There weren't very many series or franchises that had tried to do what the original Avengers did, and I didn't know what to expect. Everyone was praying for its downfall. Everyone wanted it to fail. I remember that. I remember reading all over the internet. People were like, "This isn't going to work. There's no way this is going to work. This is never going to work." And
how wrong they were. Get fucked, losers, because it was kick-ass.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like if I had read comic books at that point, it would have been exactly what I thought an Avengers movie should look like. It had the campiness, it had the camaraderie, it had all of that, but I wasn't thinking about how cheesy it was when we first saw it. I wasn't thinking about how cheesy the one-liners were. I wasn't thinking about, how the costumes looked or, how bad Captain America's costume looked at sometimes with the mask. I was just like, I remember the scene where Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor are fighting in the forest, and seeing that for the first time, I pissed myself. In my head, but not in my actual pain. It was 10 years ago. I can't remember if I pissed myself.
Almost 11. But yeah.
Up in May.
I mean, shit. There's just so many good lines. That man's playing Galaga. I understood that reference. Doth mother know you're weareth her drapes? Fucking, and even the title card, I thought was so well done.
Yeah.
And nothing has come close until Endgame. But Loki shows up, beats their ass, steals his shit.
Yeah.
Coulson's like, what do we do? And then, the pan to Nick Fury, and then Avengers or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, come on.
I mean, and that's the first time you heard the Avengers theme too, which is one of the most iconic superhero themes now. The
Yeah.
Alvin Silvestri composed the big. Oh man. Oh dude, and now it's like. I think it's easy. I think we talked about this before. We might have, but I think it's so easy to tell what is culturally significant to people our age and younger who are active on the internet. The pieces of media that are really significant to us are whatever we've been able to turn into a meme, right? Like Breaking Bad memes are all over the place, but I don't think they would be if the show wasn't really fucking good and if people didn't love the show, because there wouldn't otherwise be a passion to spread jokes all over the internet or use impressions of people, you know. So I think the Avengers theme is the same thing, you know, like there are a lot of memes and videos out there that use the Avengers theme song as like a joke or like a punchline, but I think it's only because we grew up with this movie and the MCU, and a lot of us cherish those memories of going to see it for the first time.
Yeah.
Dude, do you remember the 7-Eleven straws with the little toys at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cherished those. I had a bunch of those that I would play with, the Iron Man ones, the Thor ones. I think they had Captain America ones, but I think that was the one movie that I forgot to get them for. Yeah. What are you doing? Why do you look so confused?
Do I not have it anymore?
An Avengers thing?
Damn. Because I still had the Hulk one from that. It was in this little red Pokeball, but I guess I got rid of it. Or it's still at home. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I still have it, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, dude, the Hulk was my favorite, and seeing him be like... It's like that third act. It's all about the third act. The Battle of New York is so iconic that when they brought it back in Endgame, I shit my ass. Just seeing it at like a different angle and just like going back in time and like seeing it in the theater again, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
That hit hard. Even though at that point it had only been... It was like 6 or 7 years, because it was 2019 was Endgame. But still, man, it was, yeah, no, I agree. I think it's cool that the Battle in New York still had lasting ramifications in the MCU well beyond the release of the Avengers, you know, and that was like the snap of the first phase of the MCU, or the first two phases. And then obviously you get into Infinity War, and we're still dealing with the snap, and only recently have movies and shows in the MCU like stopped talking about, you know, what happened when we were gone for 5 years. But now we're gonna have to deal with Kang. Yeah, we've come so far since the original Avengers, and it's very cool to see that and be able to compare, you know, our experiences since then. When was the last time you saw the original Avengers?
I think when me and Haley went through it,
Yeah.
which was when I mean, not that my apartment was that long ago, but it feels like a long ago now.
Yeah, I mean,
But it might have been like a year now.
Yeah. And do you feel like she had the same reaction? I mean, obviously it's different circumstances. You're not in a movie theater with a bunch of similar-minded people. It's not seeing it for the first time for you, you know. But
Yeah.
did she enjoy it?
Enough, but she liked Thor better.
The original Thor?
Yeah, which broke my heart, but it's fine. But yeah, dude, still that damn Hulk and Loki scene.
Yeah.
I still remember it. You couldn't even hear what Hulk said because everyone was laughing too hard.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that Loki was making a little...
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was making that noise until I saw the scene like months later.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was intense. I remember the swoop around, the iconic swoop around with all 6 of them. That was really hype. The when Cap says Hulk, smash. You know, that was, oh, dude, that was really good because we hadn't heard Hulk smash since the Incredible Hulk, and that movie was. It depends on who you ask. It's
whatever.
But
it's whatever.
I feel like everyone in that movie got a little time to shine, and you forget how long it is. It's like 2.5 hours, and I think you forget how long it is when you watch it for the first time in a really long time, because it's so fun. It goes by so quickly, and obviously things with Joss Whedon in retrospect have been a little wonky, and some of the like scripting things, like you said, it's definitely not the best Avengers movie, but it's about that first time feeling, and what
it's not the best, but it's the most fun.
Yeah, it's about what the movie meant, to, at least for me. It's about, I feel like that's also a similar, that's what the Avengers movies should be. It should be an event. It should be like a big celebration of these characters, and they should be fun movies that you want to go see over and over again. And I think the only Avengers movie that didn't really do that was Age of Ultron, but they made up for it with Civil War. So now Civil War is Avengers 2.5.
Basically.
So, yeah. Also, remember Lego Avengers?
Yeah, I played the fuck out of that.
It's really good.
Not the. No, I'm thinking of the Lego, like the Marvel superhero, not like actually Lego Avengers.
Yeah, I was talking about the Lego superhero.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't do was the races because they suck dick, but everything else I did. I damn near 100% of that game. It was awesome.
Yeah. Why is it that races in superhero games just aren't fun?
Because races in any game suck ass. Where are they good besides an actual racing game? None, because they're fucking horrible.
That's fair.
Because most of the times developers can't program vehicles for some whatever reason.
Yeah, unless they're specifically trained, like they're the Forza people. They're like, this is what a car should look like. Yeah. I don't know why they're vaguely European, but I feel like that's where a lot of the nice cars come from. Somewhere in Europe. It's the title card when like you open up on a Forza movie. It's just like somewhere in Europe, and it pans over like some mountains. Anyway, The Avengers is really fucking good. Go see it if you haven't seen it. Favorite superhero movie? I honestly think it's a pretty good contender. And thank you for sharing that with us, David.
Indeed.